Let's take a deep breath together. Settle into your seat. Today, we are learning a little bit about mindfulness at work. How to unlock your team's full potential. In today's fast-paced and demanding work environment, it's crucial to cultivate a culture of mindfulness within your organization. By embracing the principles of present moment awareness and non-judgmental acceptance, you can unlock your team's full potential, fostering a happier, more productive, and harmonious workplace. This comprehensive guide will provide you with practical strategies and engaging activities to seamlessly integrate mindfulness into your company's culture, paving the way for heightened creativity, improved communication, and enhanced emotional resilience. There are many powers of mindfulness. The first one is heightened self-awareness. Mindfulness cultivates a deeper understanding of one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, enabling individuals to respond more effectively to challenges and make more conscious choices in their personal and professional lives. Mindfulness also boosts creativity and innovation. By quieting the constant chatter of the mind and cultivating a state of focused presence, mindfulness opens the door to increased creativity, problem-solving skills, and innovative thinking, which are essential components for success in any organization. Mindfulness also leads to enhanced communication and collaboration. Mindfulness fosters active listening, empathy, and emotional intelligence, which improves interpersonal relationships and enables more effective communication and collaboration among team members. And lastly, improved emotional resilience. By learning to observe and accept emotions without judgment, mindfulness equips individuals with the tools to better manage stress, anxiety, and overwhelming situations, leading to greater emotional resilience and overall well-being. Experiencing mindfulness is much more valuable than just talking about it. It is an experience, and it's also a multifaceted journey. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, as mindfulness is a awareness of the present moment without judgment. So some ways to cultivate mindful awareness is through breathwork practices, mindful movement, and sensory awareness. So by practicing conscious breathing techniques where we control our breath in different ways, like diaphragmatic breathing, alternate nostril breathing, and box breathing, we learn to calm the mind, reduce stress, and cultivate a heightened sense of presence. We can try each one of these now briefly in about a minute each. Diaphragmatic breathing is about learning how to breathe with the entire diaphragm. So we often get into a pattern of breathing mostly with the chest or even breathing with the shoulders, so we can feel what that's like if we breathe in and lift our shoulders up. You might notice that your belly is actually going in. And when you exhale, you're going to relax the shoulders down. So now keep your hand on your chest and see if you can breathe into the belly without the chest moving, breathing down into your hips or like you're breathing air into your feet. The belly expands, the lower parts of the torso expand in all directions, 360 degrees. This way you're breathing and you're expanding the breathing cavity, and as you exhale, the body contracts. And as you inhale, the body expands in all directions. So it's more than just the air going in and out of your lungs. It's the body opening up, accepting in more air. It's the diaphragm pushes down, contracting, opening up the body. And as you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes. Next is alternate nostril breathing, where it's a practice of breathing in one nostril and out the other nostril. And to do that, we use a simple hand shape where you close into a fist, open your pinky and your ring finger and your thumb. You use your right hand, so this is my right hand, but it's showing up on the left. You use your right hand, face it towards you, so your right thumb covers your right nostril, and your left ring finger covers your left nostril. And you're going to exhale through the left by blocking the right. Inhale through the left. Breathing in, like practicing the deep breathing we just did with diaphragmatic breathing. Switch at the top, so you exhale through the right nostril exhale, blocking the left nostril with the ring finger. Right nostril inhale. Switch at the top, left nostril exhale. You can lower your hand at the bottom of exhaling through the left nostril. So that's kind of one round of alternate nostril breathing, and then breathe through both naturally, normally, without any force. Notice in your body if you feel a little bit more calm or balanced. And then next up is box breathing, which means we're going to connect with all four edges of the breath. The inhale, the pause at the top of the inhale, the exhale, the pause at the bottom of the exhale. So we breathe in for a count of 4. We pause for a count of 4 at the top of the inhale. And then we exhale for a count of 4. And then we inhale, and then we pause at the bottom of the exhale for a count of 4. And then we inhale for a count of 4. Pause at the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 4, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale slowly and completely. Allow your next inhale to be slow and gentle, natural, with no effort whatsoever, effortless breath. Awesome. Next up, we have mindful movement. So once we've connected with the breath, our mind and our body starts to get in tune. We might even sit for a few seconds and just notice the natural breath as it enters and exits the body. Feeling the belly rise, or even the sensation of the breath in the nostrils and the area below the nostrils. And then we have mindful movement. So engaging in mindful movement practices like yoga, tai chi, and qigong harmonize the mind, body, and the breath. These ancient disciplines not only promote physical well-being, but also cultivate mental clarity and emotional balance. So I'll go through a short demonstration of each one of these. Remember, each one of these could even be a 10-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute routine. I'm just giving you a brief introduction to each of these types of mindfulness, which are, again, only a subset of all of the mindfulness that's available, because you can do anything mindfully. But we have Hatha Yoga. So Hatha Yoga is about balancing the right side of your body and the left side of your body. It's about balancing the doing with the being. It's about balancing the masculine and the feminine, the sun and the moon energies. So alternate nostril breathing and diaphragmatic breathing are part of Hatha Yoga. In alternate nostril breathing, we are breathing on the left nostril and the right nostril, which brings a nice sense of balance to the body. And through Hatha Yoga, we can balance the physical body as well. So mind, breath, and body. So a very simple Hatha Yoga posture or movement might be to take your right hand and push it out to the right side, like you're pushing your so you can't see me. It'd be good to be able to switch my cameras at this point. But like you're pushing the heel of your hand out to the right side, and with your other arm, push the heel of your hand out to the left side. And with these opposing forces, pushing the heel of your left hand to the left, the heel of your right hand to the right, notice the balance in your body. You might sit in a stable position, legs crossed, or if you're in a chair, have your feet flat against the floor, and you're just pushing out in both sides and breathing. And then you can exhale and relax the arms, the shoulders, relax the hands so that they rest gently in the lap. Notice your left hand and your right hand, your left leg and your right leg, your left foot and your right foot. Notice your hips, your abdomen, your lower back, your chest, your upper back, your shoulders, collarbone, left arm, left forearm, left hand, right hand, the left side of your neck, the right side of your neck, the left side of your face, the right side of your face, the left side of your head, the right side of your head. And then bringing awareness to both the left hemisphere of your brain and the right side of your entire body. And then the right hemisphere of your brain and the left side of your entire body. And just for kicks, we can also do a backwards, forwards in Hatha Yoga. So you might take your hands, interlace them like this, put them behind your head, and then you're going to gently, very gently push your head back into your hands. Breathing in, opening up the chest like a flower. And then exhaling, bringing the elbows forward, gently rolling forward, elbows towards the knees, staying in control, moving slowly without any strain. Exhaling. And then inhaling, opening up again. You can lower your hands and relax. Wonderful. Tai Chi. Tai Chi is normally done standing up, but if you are not able to stand up, that's okay. Tai Chi, we're going to stand with our feet hips width distance, slightly bend your knees. Feel your hips supporting you, your knees supporting you, your feet supporting you. Connect with your feet, ankles, knees, hips, chest, head, neck. Imagine like you have a string at the top of your head connecting you to the ceiling, suspending your spine and your neck, and you're just sinking and relaxing, pushing down slightly into your feet. Lean forward as you inhale onto your toes. Lean backwards as you exhale onto your heels. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, leaning back. And then see if you can find the point on your feet where the weight is perfectly balanced. It should be around the ball of your foot, in between the center point and the ball of your foot. And then with Tai Chi, we can have a nice, gentle flow where we inhale, and imagine like you have balloons tied to your wrist. You're going to inhale, your arms lift up. And you exhale, relax your elbows, relax your shoulders. Hands fall down slightly, like you're resting them gently on a table. Breathing in, wrists lift up. Exhale, relax and sink. Inhale, wrists lift up. Exhale, relax and sink. Tai Chi can flow into many different flows. You might do a side arm. You might cultivate this round chi ball that you want to move. And it's about moving with your whole body, keeping your movement smooth, relaxed, and at ease. Like so. And then Qigong is more about energy work. So whereas Tai Chi is like a relaxed energy flow, Qigong is energy work. Tai Chi is energy movement, Qigong energy work. So a simple Qigong technique is to jump up and down, and as your feet hit the ground, exhale through your nose like this. You can go any speed. So you inhale as you jump up, you exhale pretty much naturally as your feet hit the ground. Another Qigong move would be to rotate your hands in towards you, up, like you're doing figure eights. This is a more complex Qigong move. Or a more simple one is you can bring your arms up towards you and then push out and then loop around. So Qigong is about moving your energy around. Again, there's many different types of mindful movement. Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong are three of the more popular organized mindful movements. You could also find mindful movement in dance or even going for a walk. Then we have sensory awareness. Awaken your senses through mindful listening, aromatherapy, and mindful eating. By bringing your full attention to the present moment, you can rediscover the richness and beauty in even the simplest of experiences. So in mindful listening, you can practice now, where as I'm talking, you hear my voice, but you're also connected to your inner experience. It's almost like you're 50% listening to me, 50% listening to yourself, listening to your body. Or you may also practice mindful listening using something like a steady tone. Like it's almost like you're absorbing your mind into a single sound. So it could be something like, bringing your full attention to the present moment and the sounds. And you're hearing not only the sounds, but also the gaps in between the sounds. Next up is aromatherapy. don't have any essential oils with me right now. I do have incense. So aromatherapy, you breathe in and you become present to the smells completely. Stopping and smelling the flowers is a form of aromatherapy. And you can also pair specific smells for specific purposes. So, for example, lavender is a relaxing smell, whereas lemongrass is more of an uplifting, energizing smell. Third, here we have mindful eating. Mindful eating is about being aware as you take each bite. You see the food on your plate, you feel yourself desire to eat, you pick up the food, you look at the piece of food, you feel it as it touches your lips, you feel it as you take bites and chew, you feel it on your tongue and your cheeks, feel your mouth salivating, and as you swallow, you feel the food going down into your body, and you may also pause for a moment and just be aware that you're taking this food in. The beauty of eating, taking an external food, you're putting it inside of your body, and it's being converted into energy and human body. So I hope you enjoyed that introduction to various mindfulness practices. And mindfulness is something you can cultivate in daily life. So mindful listening, we touch on this a little bit. During conversation, practice actively listening by giving your full attention to the speaker. Notice their words, tone, and body language without rushing to respond. This attentiveness can transform your interactions and foster deeper connections. Mindful eating and drinking. Number 2, pay attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of your food and beverages. Eating and drinking slowly and appreciatively can enhance your enjoyment and lead to a more satisfying experience while also promoting mindful consumption habits. Number 3 is mindful walking. This is one of my personal favorites. Take walks where your sole focus is on the act of walking and the environment around you. Notice the sights, the sounds, and sensations of each step, allowing you to ground yourself in the present moment and appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. So this is one you can practice right now, even without moving very much. You stand up and then take a very slow step, like you're walking in slow motion. Feel your foot lift up off the ground, your knee moving, feel your hip moving, how your lower back and your upper back and your head balance one another. Stepping just back and forth within a small space. Connect the mind with the breath with the body and the movement. You can tap into that box breathing where you're inhaling, you're pausing at the top of the breath as you continue to move, and then you're exhaling as you continue to move. Pause at the bottom of the breath as you move. And inhale naturally. So beyond mindfulness is mindful expression. And this is about unleashing your creativity by connecting with the present moment and connecting with yourself and channeling the present moment through creative expression. So there's many different forms of mindful expression. Some of my personal favorites are meditative journaling, mindful art, freestyle rap ciphers, and mindful conversation circles. Meditative journaling, we could give each of these a quick sample, but explore the power of mindful writing by engaging in meditative journaling practices. This powerful exercise allows you to process thoughts, emotions, and experiences while cultivating self-awareness and insight. In essence, to get started with meditative journaling, you can take a few deep breaths, connect with your breath, and then just start writing down whatever thoughts are on your mind at that exact moment. So you sit down and write. You may say, I am meditative journaling. Frogs are outside. I like the color red. I wish they didn't say that to me. I want to dance. Whatever your thoughts are, you're just practicing awareness and expression without judgment. Awareness and expression without judgment. Number 2 is mindful art. You can tap into your creative potential through mindful art activities such as drawing, painting, or sculpting. These expressive outlets can serve as powerful tools for stress relief, self-discovery, and personal growth. Plus, you end up with an art piece that you can share with people you love. One of my favorite forms of mindful art is an activity I call breathe and scribble. And how breathe and scribble works is you have a piece of paper and like 3 markers, or maybe just 1 marker, even a pen or a pencil. And how it works is you breathe in and you exhale as slowly as you can while scribbling randomly on the paper. At the bottom of the exhale, you pause, breathe in again, and exhale, scribbling on the paper. You can do this 3 breaths for 3 colors each. Each color gets 3 breaths of scribbling, adding the layers. And then I also like to add on top of that, writing down some quote or phrase that comes to mind as you're looking at your scribble art. The third of my favorite forms of mindful expression is freestyle rap ciphers. I love to engage in freestyle rap ciphers where team members can express themselves through spontaneous, unfiltered creative expression. This unique activity fosters a sense of community, boosts confidence, and encourages authentic self-expression. You can have freestyle rap ciphers about different topics, and this is a form of expression that is possible for everybody to do. It does take a little bit of foundational work, whereas meditative journaling, I feel like almost anybody can just sit down and start writing down sentences. Mindful art, anybody can sit and scribble. Freestyle rap ciphers, you may not know what that is. So a good way to get started with freestyle rap ciphers is to put on a song or a beat and then practice counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in line with the beat that's playing. From there, you want to try to say sentences counting 1, 2, 3, 4, like I like drinking water. I like when it's hotter. I like animal shark. I like when it's dark. So you just practice talking in a rhythm. You can incorporate rhymes. Of course, you can go just talking without rhyming at all. There's different ways that you can build up to the point where you're able to freestyle rap cipher on a beat freely. And most people with hands-on guidance from me are able to just freestyle completely full sentences rhyming within about a 30-minute session. The fourth form of mindful expression is mindful conversation circles. So I love to participate in mindful conversation circles where team members can engage in meaningful dialogues, practice active listening, and cultivate empathy and understanding within a supportive environment. So often we'll have some kind of topic or a question to guide the conversation. One of my personal favorite ones is to just say, tell the story of your life in 3 minutes. And then you just let the person talk for 3 minutes straight, where all you do is listen. And at the end of the 3 minutes, your job is to summarize, reflect back to them the story of their life in about 1 minute. So they share it in 3, and then you give kind of the cliff notes of what you took away. If you were to tell, if you were to introduce that person in 1 minute by giving their life story. So, for bringing mindfulness into your life and growing your meditation practice, there are different technologies you can use. One of them is guided meditation apps. A couple of my favorites are Headspace and Calm. I loved using Headspace because it had these courses where it broke down different types of meditation for creativity, for stress. Calm, I've used a little bit, but not as much as Headspace app. And then the main guided meditation app I use, I would say, is YouTube. On YouTube, you can search for anything, like pretty much like meditation for before an improv show, meditation for quantum leaping to your dream life, a meditation for dealing with conflicts at work. All kinds of guided meditations that just help your mind to process things using set frameworks that have been tested by science. There's also mindfulness AI assistants like ChatGPT, where you can tell it how you're feeling, your thoughts and emotions in the present moment, and it can help you to investigate your thoughts and feelings further, gaining deeper insights. This one I haven't personally used, but they also have biofeedback and neurofeedback technologies. I know I've heard stories of like they put monks onto these things on their head and have them meditate, and then they're able to see the feedback as they're meditating to deepen their meditation or something like that. I don't know much about that one. So, what's the result? So you practice these different mindfulness techniques and practices. So what can you expect the outcome to be? And one of the outcomes is mindful leadership. So mindful leadership can be broken down into 4 parts. The first part is self-awareness. Mindful leaders cultivate a deep understanding of their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, enabling them to lead with authenticity, empathy, and emotional intelligence. So if you want to lead your company effectively, you have to actually understand what you're thinking, what are you feeling, and how are your thoughts and emotions influencing your behaviors, and what are your behaviors? So being aware without judgment helps you to be a better leader. Number 2 is presence and attunement. By practicing mindfulness, leaders develop the ability to be fully present and attuned to their team members, fostering stronger connections, better communication, and a more supportive work environment. So when you practice mindfulness, you're in the present moment and you're attuned to what's going on around you. You're able to listen mindfully and really hear your team members. What are they saying? What are they communicating to you? Not just with their words, but with their presence, with their emotions. And through this process of being present and mindful, you can create a more supportive work environment for everybody. Number 3 is adaptive decision making. Mindful leaders approach decision making with clarity, objectivity, and non-judgmental mindset, allowing them to consider multiple perspectives and make well-informed choices that benefit the entire organization. So again, this is about awareness. When you're more aware of reality as it is, without subjectivity, without judgment of good or bad, and you can see things clearly, and you can take in multiple perspectives without being biased by your own perspective, you can make well-informed choices that benefit the entire organization. And adaptive decision making, when you're in the present moment, that's when you have the best information for making decisions. So you can adapt to the present moment by being aware of the present moment. 4th is resilience and agility. Mindfulness equips leaders with the resilience and agility to navigate challenges, embrace change, and respond effectively to unpredictable situations, ensuring their teams remain focused and adaptable. When you are mindfully aware, you practice mindfulness, you can stay calm even in difficult challenges. Challenges become just waves on the surface, and they don't disrupt your inner calm, your inner stillness, or your steadiness. Through mindfulness, you can become unshakable. You can bend, but you cannot be shaken. You have a strong foundation in the present moment, in stillness, in recognizing that everything will be okay. This allows you to embrace change and respond effectively to unpredictable situations. This can make you a pillar that your teammates can lean on. So there are some key points to keep in mind when building a mindful organizational culture. Number 1 is leadership commitment. Cultivating a mindful organizational culture starts with leadership commitment. Leaders must embody and champion mindfulness principles, setting the tone and leading by example. It's not enough just to offer a guided meditation once a week to the employees. The employees need to see that the leadership is being mindful. How are they incorporating mindfulness into meetings and into decision-making processes, into workshops? The more committed the leadership team is, the more the mindfulness can spread throughout the entire organization. Number 2 is comprehensive training programs. Implement comprehensive training programs that educate employees on the principles and practices of mindfulness, providing them with the tools and resources to integrate mindfulness into their daily work routines. So mindfulness is a present moment, is a non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. So it can't be just something that happens one time. You have to learn how to integrate the tools and resources into your daily work routines. So, for example, before giving a presentation, you might want to do a few rounds of diaphragmatic breathing, and alternate nostril breathing, and box breathing. Maybe you want to do a little bit of Tai Chi movements to get yourself in a nice flow where you're feeling calm and confident and you're ready to present, you're ready to lead. Dedicated mindfulness spaces. You might consider creating dedicated mindfulness spaces within the workplace, such as meditation rooms or quiet areas, or even open spaces where employees can retreat for brief mindfulness practices or moments of reflection. Perhaps after receiving feedback, your employee has to process what they were received. They don't want to get defensive, even though they feel criticized and all that. So having a space where they can go and just let go and integrate and process what the information they received so that they can respond in the best way possible. And fourth is mindful policies and initiatives. Develop mindful policies and initiatives that prioritize work-life balance, encourage self-care, and promote a culture of compassion, empathy, and non-judgmental communication. So this could mean a regular scheduled meditation or yoga class or Tai Chi class, or just making these available to employees and encouraging them. It could be about encouraging 5 to 10 minute breaks once per hour for employees to stretch their legs and go for a walk. It could be a sign in the cafeteria that encourages mindful eating and explains how it works. And then we also want to promote a culture of compassion, empathy, and non-judgmental communication, which means when you're communicating, you're coming from a place of understanding. You're curious, you're open-minded, you want to know what's going on in that person's life, what were all the factors that led up to what happened. Rather than casting blame, it's about being more collaborative and curious and a shared desire to build a harmonious and peaceful environment for everybody. And this could also mean something like a vision setting or a value setting workshop with the leadership team or even all the employees, where you create a vision for how you want your office to function. What are the values that you want people to show up with and demonstrate each day? Is it caring, kindness, competition, risk taking? by being intentional about the environment you want to create, then you know if it's happening. And so you can make adjustments with new policies and initiatives until you reach the point where you look around and your company is operating just as you wish. So there are ways to measure the impact of mindfulness. I'm not going to go into them now, but there have been plenty of studies about mindfulness in the workplace and different environments. Mindfulness has positive impacts on individual well-being, team dynamics, and organizational performance. So to see if your specific mindfulness policies are working, you might assess the impact of mindfulness practices on individual well-being by measuring factors such as stress levels, emotional regulation, job satisfaction, and overall quality of life. For team dynamics, you might want to evaluate the effects of mindfulness on team dynamics by analyzing communication patterns, collaboration effectiveness, conflict resolution strategies, and overall team cohesion. Let me go back for a second. So stress levels. When individuals have lower stress levels, they can make better decisions. When they are emotionally regulated, they can communicate more effectively. When they're satisfied with their jobs, they will work harder and work more. And when their quality of life is higher, they enjoy working more, and you'll improve retention. So all three of these are interrelated, but it starts with the individual level with that individual mindfulness. But you can also integrate mindfulness into team dynamics by encouraging employees to communicate mindfully, being mindful of the time differences, different communication preferences. You can help them collaborate, or you can test collaboration effectiveness, conflict resolution strategies. Are you using mindfulness to get to the root cause of conflicts and solve those? And overall team cohesion. Does your team feel like they're working as one unit? And lastly is organizational performance. You can measure the impact of mindfulness on organizational performance by tracking metrics such as productivity, creativity, innovation, employee retention, and overall organizational resilience. So ideally, by implementing a mindfulness program at your workforce, you will see employees are being more productive, they're getting their tasks and their projects done, getting them done earlier, with less stress, with more creative and innovative solutions. You'll see your employees sticking around longer, and overall organizational resilience. Teams can stick together and work towards common goals without breaking down. So I will end this presentation with a call to embrace the mindful workplace. By integrating mindfulness into your organizational culture, you unlock a path to a happier, more productive, and more resilient workforce. As you embark on this transformative journey, remember that mindfulness is a practice that requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to embrace change. Celebrate small victories, learn from setbacks, and continually adapt your approach to meet the unique needs of your team. Encourage open dialogue, foster a supportive community, and celebrate the individual and collective growth that mindfulness brings. In the end, the true power of mindfulness lies not only in its ability to enhance professional performance, but also in its capacity to cultivate a deeper sense of purpose, fulfillment, and connection within the workplace. Embrace this opportunity to create a more harmonious and compassionate work environment where individuals can thrive, teams can flourish, and your organization can truly reach its full potential. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation on mindfulness in the workplace. I hope you are able to learn more about mindfulness. What is mindfulness? What are the forms of practicing mindfulness? And what are some examples of mindful expression? we were able to experience that hands-on. And we also discussed some of the benefits of mindfulness on a personal level and also within the workplace. So if mindfulness in the workplace is something that interests you, I encourage you to reach out to me, David Prorock. I am a meditation coach and a workshop facilitator. So I can provide both one-on-one trainings for your employees, as well as group meditations, group workshops, vision setting. I can really create a custom experience just for you and your team based on where you are right now and where you want to go. So I encourage you to use the link in the description to book a time to chat. You can also reach out to me on social media or email, whatever works best for you. And yeah, let's work together to bring mindfulness to workplaces around the globe. Because the more mindful our workplaces are, the more mindful our world is. And the more mindful our world is, the more peace and harmony we can all experience. So let's end this with a deep breath together, breathing in. Feel the impact of this presentation, and exhale, letting it go. Breathing in. Bring to mind what you would like to do next, and exhale. And breathing in, setting an intention for the rest of your day or the rest of your week. And exhale, relaxing. My name again is David Prorock. May you be happy, peaceful, inspired, fulfilled, and may you live with clarity of purpose and peace of mind. Take care.